I challenge you to watch this whole presentation without yawning. For many of you, seeing me yawn just now is enough to make you want to yawn too. Already, you can feel a tightening in the back of your throat, a moistness in the eyes, a gentle pressure in the back of the ears. A tenderness you know can be relieved with one simple The Guinness World Record for yawning was set in 1888 by a 15-year-old girl who yawned continuously for 5 weeks after getting her tooth removed. But humans are not the only ones who yawn. Dogs, cats, bears, sharks, otters, owls, and even bats yawn. In fact, according to researcher Ronald Banninger, any animal that has a backbone yawns, except for the giraffe. And according to the journal Early Human Development, even babies during the first trimester of pregnancy yawn is one of the first things we learn to do as humans. As you may have guessed by now, we're going to be looking at the topic of yawning. What causes yawning, why we yawn, and finally, contagious yawning. Have you ever wondered, what causes the yawn? Well, many things can trigger a case of yawning. One of the most well-known reasons is when things are tiring or boring. Like my boards. Now, you may be expecting Expository board to be full of flash, sparkle, pizzazz. But then you saw my boards and probably thought these look a little bit plain. Well, that's right. We don't want to make things too interesting. We want boring boards. But there are many other things that can trigger a case of yawning, such as hearing people yawn, seeing people yawn, seeing the word yawn. And you may have noticed that I've been using the word yawn a lot. There's a reason. It's because hearing the word yawn can make you yawn. Who feels like yawning? Stendhal, a 19th century French writer, once said that life is too short, and the time you waste in yawning can never be regained. So we better have some good reasons. Well, there are many theories as to why we yawn, but scientists don't all agree on the answer. Professor Robert Provine, a pioneer researcher on contagious behavior, believes that yawning could be used to signal a transition between behavioral states of wakefulness and sleepiness, boredom to alertness. This might explain why Olympic athletes yawn before they compete, or violinists yawn before going on stage. Even paratroopers yawn before they jump out of a plane, and I don't think they're feeling bored. Yawning could be the body's way of transitioning from one state to another. Another theory is that yawning has to do with brain cooling. According to researchers Dr. Andrew and Gordon Gallup, when the brain becomes warmer than the stable temperature, which is around 23 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, we start to yawn. They conducted a study where people put warm or cold compresses on their heads. Sure enough, the people with the warm compresses yawn more than the people with the cold compresses. This theory about brain cooling seems to be the best possible theory at the moment that explains the benefits of yawning for the human body. However, while physician Adrian G. Guggenberg agrees with Dr. Gallup that changes in temperature can trigger yawning, he doesn't believe that yawning only has to do with temperature control. Instead, he believes that yawning is a form of communication that offers various social benefits rather than just a physiological one. And that brings us to the topic of contagious yawning. An old Scottish Gaelic proverb goes that as a bird goes from leaf to leaf, so the yawn goes from man to man. I'm sure we've all experienced contagious yawning at some point in our lives. Someone in the room starts to yawn, and soon everyone in the room is yawning. And this contagious yawning is not limited exclusively to human interactions. While not all animals yawn contagiously, there are several who do, including dogs, elephants, sheep, and sharks. Imagine a group of sharks swimming by in the deep blue ocean. Suddenly, a shark opens its mouth to yawn, and soon all the sharks are yawning, exposing their sharp teeth. That's pretty scary. But why do we even yawn and contagiously yawn? Well, there are many theories as to why we contagiously yawn, but once again, not all scientists agree on the answer. Have you ever noticed that when we yawn, we either feel a quick jolt of energy, or start feeling more relaxed or sleepy? Professor Robert Provine and Dr. George A. Budnick believe that yawning could be used to keep a whole group awake when one is feeling sleepy, or on the opposite end of the spectrum, put us all on a synchronized sleep schedule. After all, it would be very useful if all felt sleepy or wide awake at the same time. Another theory is that yawning has to do with communication. When someone yawns, we immediately think they're either feeling bored or tired. This is one way we communicate our feelings. And that is why speakers become very worried if someone in the room starts to yawn. It might mean that their speech is pretty boring. Another theory is that yawning has to do with empathy. It turns out that we're more likely to contagiously yawn if the other person yawning is a close friend or relative. We are less likely to contagiously yawn if the other person yawning is a total stranger. And studies have shown that children under the age of 4 do not contagiously yawn. This is because the age of 4 is around the age when empathy skills begin to develop. So if you have a close connection to someone, you're more likely to yawn when they yawn. And this yawning connection is not limited exclusively to human interactions. In fact, seeing you yawn might cause another animal to yawn as well. So the next time you want to find out if your dog loves you, yawn, and see if he or she yawns back. Contagious yawning is actually very useful to medical professionals. It turns out that doctors tend to use yawning as a way to diagnose whether a patient has certain neurological disorder, such as autism or schizophrenia. According to a 2013 clinical study, this is because certain neurological disorders cause people to focus less on a person's facial features. This causes them to miss certain facial cues, which keeps them from yawning empathetically. By now you may be wondering, what if I'm at that important meeting and I want to keep myself from yawning? Do you have any tips? Well, yes, I have several. Number 1, get a cool drink, like a bottle of water. But nothing with too much sugar, because too much sugar can cause your body to feel even more tired, which will cause you to yawn even more. Now, numbers 2, 3, and 4 are the most sciencey ways yet. Are you ready? Clench your teeth. Open your eyelids wide with your fingers, or seal your lips and breathe in deeply through your nose. Much better. Finally, I would like to leave you with a warning. According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, there are some conditions like heart attacks or epileptic seizures where one of the symptoms is excessive yawning. So if you find yourself yawning way more than normal, along with some other unusual symptoms, please go to the doctor and get a checkup. I hope this presentation has taught you some interesting facts about yawning. And the next time you see someone yawn, maybe remember that yawning doesn't always equal boring. So, were you able to keep yourself from yawning? If you did, congratulations. But on the other hand, you also put yourself in a lot of pain just because someone told you to. Thanks for watching and happy yawning!